Hey darlings, welcome back to a new video. In this video we are going to dive into a bit more serious topic. Personally, sustainability is important to me and I think it's important to talk about it. Take this video as a moment to learn something or just like maybe reflect your own life, that what you could do, but don't feel overwhelmed with the negativity that is related to sustainability. My point when talking about these things is not to shame anybody. Uh, Nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect, and everybody makes mistakes, and it's okay to learn about sustainability. Big change starts with small things, and it's wrong to think that I cannot do anything, because you can learn about it, be aware of it, talk about it, and try to make a small change on your behalf. Just discussing these things help to raise awareness. As a consumer, you can demand more information from brands and make them change their way of operating things into more sustainable form. So what is sustainability? I have quite a lot of notes for this video, so I hope you don't mind if I look down every once in a while. But what is sustainability? I found one website called investopedia.com, where they put it quite simply that sustainability focuses on economic, environmental and social aspects of something, and in this case the something is clothing and fashion industry, and I'm trying to concentrate more on the lolita aspect. To basically, you can relate these things into your like normal clothing too. It's not only about lolita. These things well, lolita is clothing, whereas everything else, so in that sense this doesn't only concern lolita brands or lolita fashion in general. The areas I'm going to cover in this video were the first things that came into my mind and that I consider to be the main issues. There are probably things I forget to mention, but I'm sure this topic will be something I'll return to in the future. I don't consider myself a professional when it comes to sustainability, but I have read many articles and done some research on the topic, and I'm mostly basing my arguments on them. So this video will mostly provide ideas what you could do to be more sustainable. However, what you'll end up doing is up to you. So as I mentioned, take this as a moment to learn something. First off, I thought about supporting local businesses. What you should do is to avoid large-scale chain companies. Unfortunately, brand tag and high price don't always guarantee good quality, not to mention the sustainability of the garments that they are producing. When considering lolita brands, there is very little information where their clothes are made. I did find some like 5 to 10 year old discussions on like LiveJournal or something, where they were talking about how Angelic Pretty is partially produced in Japan and partially in China. Especially the Lucky Packs tend to be produced in China, and then Baby, the Starshine Bright, is also partially produced in Japan. And I think later on, when time has passed on, they have started making more or producing more things in China. I'm not sure, this is just like hearsay. I have no like reliable source for this. This is only based on the research that I found. There was also this kind of like documentary about Baby the Stars Shine Bright, where they showed their like faculties, where they had like seamstresses working in Japan, of course, and that kind of like, I'm hopeful that they are producing things in Japan mostly, but we are not sure, or I'm not sure. Then there was a mention about Atelier Pierrot. Their like owner or something had been in a convention, and it was asked in a Q&A where their clothes are made, and that person said that they are produced in Japan in a bridal shop. I think that's a good sign, that they're supporting local seamstresses to produce their dresses and products and garments. Of course, time has passed on because they were like 5 to 10 years old information. I am not sure currently what the situation is. So, however, I want to point out that made in China does not always equal to sweatshop production, or that it was made in bad conditions. There are good factories in China too. It's not always bad. So there is hope. Sustainability in like fashion industry and garment industry, the producing of clothing is a super long process that starts with cultivating the crops, or processing the raw material into fiber, and then spinning the fiber into yarn, then weaving it into fabric, and then at this point they are probably having the design of the print of the fabric or the color of the fabric that is then dyed or printed on the fabric, then some finishing chemicals or something may be added to the fabric, then the garment design is made so that they know how the piece of clothing will be looking like. Then the fabric is cut, sewn together, finishing touches, decorations, ironing, and such is done. Then the product is marketed or promoted, and then it's sold to a customer, and then the customer takes it home, or it's shipped to the customer, depending on the location of the customer. And then when it reaches the consumer's responsibility is for the remaining life of the garment. So when the piece of clothing arrives to us, we get to decide what to do with it. Secondly, you can make sure that the business that you're going to buy from is operating transparently. This you can find out by Googling them, finding information on the company, checking their website, checking where their clothes are made. Usually it can be found on the web shop where the product is listed. Also, the material might be important to check out. I will be making another video for different materials, so I will be discussing it more then. Then you can just contact the company and ask them questions. And there is actually a movement by Fashion Revolution that is hashtag Who Made My Clothes, that kind of like demands the companies to like shed more information where the garment was made, who made it, in what conditions, and so on. Then you could prefer locally produced materials. Preferring something produced locally diminishes the likeliness of neglect when it comes to sustainability. plus it decreases the carbon footprint. However, you should take it with a grain of salt. For example, local brands might produce the garments somewhere else than in the country, so be critical and pay attention to the tags and read what they say. Then you could buy secondhand. It reduces the waste and ensures that the clothes are worn instead of collecting dust in the closet. It also lengthens the life of a garment, which contributes to the environmental cost of production. You could also buy lolita from local communities, join Facebook groups, Discord servers, and maybe arrange a swap meet or take part in a local community swap meet. Or you could shop from like secondhand websites such as Lace Market, Closet Child, or Depop. Try to prefer sales that are located close to you so that it wouldn't be shipped like for long distances, but it can be hard to find certain pieces close to you. But yeah, you could also buy non-lolita items from local secondhand stores and alter them to fit lolita more better. For example, this shirt that I'm wearing or blouse that I'm wearing is actually non-lolita or off-brand, bought for secondhand. You also make things yourself. Yeah, if you haven't really been crafting or DIYing anything, you could start with small things, learn or like search for tutorials from the internet. And when you're doing things, you should avoid easy way outs. Using glue, for example, instead of sewing is not really good quality. I have seen a lot of DIYs with this particular thing that they're using hot glue instead of fabric glue, and it's just like I am brain dead at that point, because it's just, of course you can use glue. Using glue in some situations is better than sewing, or it doesn't really matter. However, when you're using glue, please make sure that you're using the right glue for the purpose that you're using it for. You can also, if you're not a fan of doing things yourself, or you don't have the time, or whatever the reason might be, you can use local services such as seamstresses, shoemakers, milliners. You can ask your friends, or if you have a grandma who knows how to knit or crochet, you could ask them to make a shawl or something to fit your outfit. If the person who you're ordering from is unfamiliar with Lolita, you could, or what you should do is to explain what the fashion is about, all the details, that the details are important, little decorations are important, and the like matching color is important too. You can show them pictures, tell where it comes from, that it's like based on Victorian Rococo era, and it has nothing to do with the book, and so on. If you want to order a dress from a seamstress, you should consider the following beforehand. The cut of the dress, so where the seams are, will it have shirring, is it OP or JSK, the length of the dress, is it A-line or cupcake shaped, does it have a zipper, what kind of lace should it have, detachable bows maybe, or other decoration, does it have waist ties, how about additional accessories like wrist cuffs or headpiece that you want from the same fabric. Show them pictures of the dress you like, or the kind of dress that you want them to make. If you have a similar dress that you want to order or for them to make, you could take it with you, and if possible leave it with them so that they can refer to the dress in certain spots and see how the dress is constructed. You could also draw a picture with the main features of the dress that are important to be included. Also, the seamstress will want to take your measurements so that good fit is ensured. Also, when you're going to the seamstress, you should probably wear something like thin layered clothing or something skin tight so that the measurements will be accurate. Usually the process of making a dress includes fitting, so when the base of the dress is ready, it's fit on you to see if it really actually fits your body, or the sleeves could be put into place so that it looks good and whatnot. Discussing the price beforehand would be wise to avoid misunderstandings and surprises. Tailoring can be very expensive, but it guarantees the good quality and that it's not made in sweatshops. Lastly, you could or you should mend your clothing. Learn to sew a button. You would be surprised how many people there are that don't know how to sew on a button, that or people who have never done it. It's just the most simple thing to do, but people don't know how to do that. Learn to clean and wash your dresses. There was a good video from Taylor from last week Lolita News about this subject, and I will be putting a link down below there about onto the video. If you are unable to remove a stain or there is a hole on your dress or garment, you could put a patch on it, or there's actually lately been this movement called visible mending. So basically you're repairing something very so that you can actually see that it's being repaired. You can find it on Instagram, for example, with the hashtag visible mending, so check out that if you're interested. If a dress is broken and you don't have the means to repair it, you could take it to a seamstress. And then the last thing is to alter ill-fitting dresses. I know that altering is kind of a swear word in some Lolita communities, but clothes are meant for wearing, and the moment you buy a dress, it's your dress and you can decide whatever you want to do with it, and no one can tell you what you should or shouldn't do with it. And just make sure that the fashion, Lolita fashion, is enjoyable for you. It's not like, if a dress doesn't fit you, then make it fit you. So in other words, please be kind to yourself. You don't need to change your body for a dress when you can change the dress to fit your body. I hope this video was not depressing to you. I know sometimes discussing this topic can be overwhelming, but we're in this together. And as I already stated in the beginning, it's okay to make mistakes, and because nobody's perfect. It's about the little things that you do. I mean, I'm wearing Bodyline dress that I bought new, it was a long time ago, but still I'm wearing probably something made in a sweatshop, and well, it's my dress and I want to wear it and really I want to value it. It makes me sad to think that it was probably made in a sweatshop, but yeah. I hope you keep on watching my videos, and please remember that you are valuable and you matter, and let's make small change with small things that we can do. We will see you in the next video. Bye!